Alright, well, Dad wanted me to cook a brisket, and he happened to buy a really big brisket, and it's been on there since 2:20 today. It's a little past 11 o'clock tonight, but it's starting to get a little bark here. It's getting some good bark here. Getting some real good bark here. I'm gonna cook it for another few hours. They say you don't want this type of pooling, this juice pooling. And then they said put wood underneath it. Well, maybe I need to kick the wood up in there a little more. They said cut it so you know where to cut it against the grain, and I probably cut it a little too hard. Some people said put mustard on there. Some people said do olive oil. Some people said here we are, cooking brisket. Whoa. Crazy. My parents are always up to something. That's my mama. My Aunt Dot. My Aunt Betty. Anyway. Dad, what you doing, man?
Making apple cider. Fresh apple juice, apple cider. Look at that. Life on the farm.
Life on the farm. What do they say about apples?
Apple a day keeps the doctor away.
What about the apple doesn't fall far from the tree or something like that?
Well, that's right. That's talking about an acorn, I think.
Oh, acorn.
Yeah.
Acorns?
Acorn or the walnut or something. Doesn't fall far from the tree.
Look at this. Mama's got 3 little birds on her window. Man, they're always doing something. They're growing basil, making apple cider.
That's what we're looking for right there.
Brisket. Oh. Alright. Well, I got these 2 toolboxes. They're going to be installed right there. So that'll be the next project. That's the one I'm working on now, and I'm gonna paint those toolboxes black so they match. What'll be neat about it, I think, is it'll fill in some space there too. But I've been working really hard on getting the tail lights installed, and I just took the bus for a ride, and the lights work. Some of them work and some of them don't. The only other thing I might want to do is move the muffler from taking up all this space to maybe just straight over, because if I move the muffler straight over here, I can have a nice space in there for a water tank and whatnot. Alright, well, I'm trying to get ready to spray foam this thing, and they said to tape anything and everything that you don't want spray foam to stick to. So I'm trying to put some tape up here, and I've covered the windows and covered this floor area here. I'll try to get some down in there. But I'm not too worried about that being insulated because it's going to be covered by cabinets and everything anyway. But that's where I'm at. Got my fans taped up. Learning how to spray foam is definitely a learning experience. So, messed up a pair of glasses. I probably should have done some more covering. I did get a good amount down in these holes here. But the long story short of it is, I don't know what I'm doing. And it's a learning experience. I think I used the wrong nozzle. Some of it got coming out a little too fast and whatnot. So my one froth pack wasn't enough. So I had to go get another froth pack. So it's very tricky because the nozzles clog up on you pretty quick, and I don't know, it's just an experience that I'm not used to, you know. So facial hair, had to get rid of some of that. What I'm saying is based on my experience, you're gonna want to cover up your facial hair really good too. Just saying. I was going to try to keep my facial hair growing until I finish the bus build. Oh well, not too worried about it. Live and learn. But this thing is going to be insulated when I'm done. This will be nice. It just, when you're doing it, it kind of drips and goes everywhere, and I don't know, I was a little scared to do this by myself. They say it can catch on fire if it gets too thick and whatnot. I don't know. I think they're just trying to scare people so they don't sue them or something. We'll see how it works out tomorrow. Well, that's the second froth pack. I used the fan nozzle, which works out a lot better. I may have to go over a couple of more areas, and I got all the way down to here. So I got the back of the bus to finish up. That's why I have another froth pack. So this bus probably should have only taken 2 froth packs, but because of my inexperience and my nervousness about the whole situation, I'm gonna need 3. So I don't know, I'll have to crunch the numbers later. This, I might have had paying somebody to do it or using different insulation, all those kind of things. I might have misjudged this one, but I only got a little bit left to do, and I'll be glad when this part of the job is over, because then that means I can start building stuff in here once I clean it up, trim it up, and solidify my plans for moving forward for the inside. Anyway, I'll keep you updated. Should I get a new tip? Alright. Uh-oh. Alright, I think it's in there now. Alright, let's see. Alright, master spray foam. My pants are falling down. Alright, here we go.
Alright, what I would recommend if you're gonna spray foam for the first time is to try not to freak out. It's not that big of a deal. They allow you to get more nozzles. I would get a bag of blue nozzles, flat spray nozzles. If you get the Froth Pak 200, they give you, I think, 5 or 6 of the clear ones and then 4 of the blue ones. But anyway, I'd get some of the flat ones. This way you're able to take your time, because you're not in any hurry. This thing can be, once you stop spraying after 30 seconds, all you got to do is just put a new nozzle on. It's not a big deal. But if you run out of nozzles, then you're freaking out. You're like, oh man, I can't use it anymore. So my thought was use the clear ones because you have more of them. And that was a wrong thought. I think you go through more of the clear ones faster because it sprays faster. The blue ones you can kind of use a little bit longer. It kind of sprays slower. So that's why they give you less of the ones. But man, I tell you what, it'd be nice if they gave you, 10 blue. The main thing is I've never done it before, so I wasted a lot on the first run. I was worried because I'm on a low budget. I was really wanting to make that one pack, make it and do the whole bus. But looking back, if you're gonna spray foam a bus, you're gonna need more than one pack. I could have possibly done my bus with 2 if I'd have not freaked out, got more nozzles, took my time, used the flat spray first, flat spray nozzle first. Use that one first. Then if you have extra and you need to go squirt it in the holes, you can use the clear one because that's what it's for. Also, I would really recommend wearing the safety gear. It does get hot. It'll get hot if it drips. A couple times it dripped on my glove, and I could feel the heat, and I just knock it off and wipe it off with my pants. It's not too hot, but it's creepy. My opinion on it is that if you have the money and you could find somebody that would do it professionally, definitely do that. If you don't have the money, definitely find somebody to do it professionally for you, or find a friend that's done it before, or maybe they have like a spray foam camp out there somewhere that you can sign up for a weekend and just get out there and spray foam. That's my 2 cents worth on spray foam. Oh, I would say another thing to do is make sure you really cover everything. I did a really poor job of covering everything. I got a little bit on my steering wheel. It's not too bad. I'm not too worried about it. It flicks off relatively easy. But I'm going to do a study on how much I spent on spray foam and if it was worth it even with my mistake of not knowing how to do it quick enough. But I was going to show you. I didn't get too much out here. I'm going to have to re-sand this anyway because I got paint. I'm going to wait till I'm pretty much done building before I do that. But it's insulated. It's having a hard time. I think it's too hot. I think my bus is too hot and it's melting it. I think is what's happening there. Everything else is doing pretty good. I may need to tear this thing apart or at least try to clean up enough to turn the bus around so that thing doesn't get so hot. But anyway, this is what it looks like. Spray foam everywhere. I would definitely recommend getting a professional to do it if you can. Alright, well I got it in the shade now. That's about all I know what to do. When I got in there this morning, I noticed that some of the spray foam in the back not sticking, and there was like some oil, so I cleaned it. Froth Pak, I thought it was because it just got low and maybe that was the tail end of it and it just didn't work. But I bet you anything it's because where I was parked in that sun, it's too hot for the chemicals to do their thing. So parking it in the shade now before it all melts again. But these are the things you learn, and if this could help somebody, great. But yeah, it needs to be in the shade. It's a temperature thing, so you don't want it too hot, you don't want it too cold. So anyway, I got it in the shade. Hopefully it won't all melt away and we'll be good.
Sitting there, hanging around this old town, watching reflections and hearing sounds. In no hurry, just taking it slow. And for once, you finally know it's one day at a time. One day at a time. One day at a time. One sweet memory on your mind. And what don't kill you makes you stronger. Listen to the voice of the howling wind. Or if she's a raging fire caught up within, when that storm is over, you'll find peace again. And it's one day at a time. One day at a time. One day at a time. One sweet memory on your mind. Yeah. Now that your troubles are far enough away, and you can see the brighter day, holding on to what feels right, I think we'll just take it easy tonight. 'Cause it's one day at a time. One day at a time. One day at a time. One sweet memory on your mind. It's one day at a time. Just one day at a time. One day at a time. One sweet memory on your mind.
Alright, well, I'm up here at the mechanic. They're going to do an inspection so I can renew my tag. This is what it looks like, all trimmed up. Still got some work to do back here because this stuff kind of melted on me. I think it got too hot. But I'm excited. It looks good. Did a little trimming on it this morning. Fans turned out great. Everything is flush to this metal so that whatever roofing I put in, I can just screw straight to the metal. Or if I do planking, I can screw a piece of wood to the metal easily and then put planking on that, whatever I decide. A couple little spots here and there, but looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. I'm real happy with it. There's a lot of work. Just don't give up, man. Things can get tough and hard. Just don't give up. Keep on trucking.